Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry I've been gone for some time. I know I say this every like 3 months, but I had to do a few things concerning school, business and work, so now I'm back. And before, like last week or something, I asked on my Instagram story, what would you like to see, what video would you like to see, and many people requested for a video on I'm looking in the camera and it's like uncomfortable. Okay, many people requested for a video on a chit chat on like why I came to Russia, how studying in Russia is, and like basically why Russia, you know. So I decided I want to do this on a get ready with me. I'm going to do a simple look because I'm just going to like make a payment for something and then I'll be back home, so I don't need to do anything extravagant. And I hope I can be quick because I don't want it to be a long video. But let me get right into the video. I'm not a makeup artist, you know, I'm not so good at makeup, so it's not going to be anything about the makeup here. So those of you who know how to do makeup, don't judge me, you know. I'm just gonna do something simple just for the video. So I'm looking at a mirror, okay, just in case you're wondering. I personally really wanted to study abroad, and that had been my goal and that had been my motivation in school, like before when writing my grade 12 exams, and even before that I would like put up a picture on my phone or I would print some photos of some universities abroad, and my school would like give us many opportunities to go and like see what kind of universities are being advertised, what they offer, how much the school fees are, and all that stuff. And I really wanted to go abroad, and I wanted a scholarship, so I would collect all those stuff. And yes, I bought into the story of students in university sitting like on a lawn and chatting, you know, sunny day, picnic and all that stuff. So I was like, I'd look at the pictures and I'm like, that's going to be me. But I didn't want to study in America. Okay, I wanted to study, like my first option was to study in the UK. I thought that the UK was just like the best place to study in the world, you know. I thought that that's my place, that's where I want to be, that's where I belong. So I would put up those stuff, like the university magazines, and I would like look at them, flip through, and I'll be like choosing like, okay, I want to study at International University of Florida or this and this and blah blah blah. And then after that I'll pray about it, and then like I'll study, and I would just make sure that I study for like maybe 4 or 5 hours in the evening, and sleep wasn't really a priority for me because I was like, I need to get the best if I want to study abroad. And I would actually find that it was really helpful to me because I would be able to study and focus on what I'm doing, and knowing that I wanted to get a result out of it. And due to that, I managed to pass my exams very well. I got very good grades. Those of you who know the Zambian system, I was able to get my 6 points from that because of the fact that I wanted to study abroad. and anyway, like my other motivation was like, if I don't want to study and I feel like the university catalogs like didn't encourage me so much, I would like tell myself like I'll be I don't know, like I'll be like not so successful, or or that I would like my children will be like, I don't know, like I would like see visions of like myself suffering and sitting by the road, and my children, this is not going well, wait, let me correct that, and like my children like suffering as well, like I don't know, like not living well. And I was like, no, I don't want that. So that would force me to study if the catalogs don't help me study. And anyway, they worked together as a team, and I was able to get the results. Don't worry, I'll fix my eyebrows, don't worry. So anyway, I passed my exams and all that stuff. I was so happy, and it was time to look for a school. looking for a school, I think, was so stressful. It was I think it was one of the hardest things I've ever been through, because I just didn't know that. I don't know how everybody else had it, but for me, like, I applied to so many places. The first place I applied to was America, so University of Florida or something. And lucky enough, there was a lady, like a school representative from that side, coming to Zambia, and she was like, we'd love to have you, the school would love to have you and all that. Let me meet you and we could discuss at Intercontinental Hotel. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you so much. But while she was still there, and I was like, but I would love to have a scholarship. And she's like, okay, we'll discuss the possibilities of a scholarship with you when I get there, but we'd love to have you. Like, they even sent me an acceptance letter and all that. And I'm like, okay, you know, I was just thinking, yes, I'm going to America. I found a school, we're just going to discuss the scholarship stuff, and she's going to give me 100% scholarship, and if it doesn't go well, at least 80%. So she comes. Whew, my eyebrows. I always struggle with this. Anyway, so she comes, and we meet her. You know, I put on very nice, neat dress. You know, I kind of felt like it was an interview and all that stuff. Carried my leadership certificate from my school because I was a prefect. I carried that, you know, just trying to increase my points. So, and we were talking, and we met her anyway, and we were talking to her, and she's like, wow, we loved your application and your grades and all that stuff. We'd really love to have you. And I wanted to give you the good news of we've given you a 40% scholarship, so we hope that you could join us this September, I think, was it? And I was looking at my mom, like, I was happy. I mean, I wanted more, but I was happy. Like, what, 40% scholarship? I don't know, it felt like yay to me. But my parents are divorced. And initially the plan was for them to both chip into the school fees and all that stuff. Hope you can hear me. You guys, how are the eyebrows going so far? This one is still curvy and this one is straight. Wait, I'll correct it. So the initial plan was that they would work together and all that stuff. But then when I told my dad about it, my dad was like, I think you should look for another option. And if you don't find something better, then we'll settle for that. I said, okay, cool. I'll look for the next option. The next option was Malaysia. There was this school that came to Rosepark, to my high school, and they were wait, okay, so which one is better? I think the curvy one is better anyway, right? This video is gonna be really long. So anyway, so they were like advertising their school, their university. It was called Seji in Malaysia, and I liked it. It wasn't my first option, but I liked it. I was like, okay, I know this university that came to advertise at my school, so maybe we can go for that one. I said, okay, we'll try that one. So I emailed them, and I asked for the application letters and all that, because they left their cards and all that. So the person sent me the application letter. Yeah, the person sent me the application letter. I applied, I sent my information and all that stuff. I was happy, it was going well. They got back to me, and they gave me a 40% scholarship as well. But then I told my dad they've given me a 40% scholarship, and he was like, oh, okay, that's cool, but since you still have time, maybe you should look for another opportunity so that we could weigh our options. I was like, okay, no problem. I just wanted, at that point, I just told myself, you know what, I want a scholarship. I want a scholarship so that I could study for free abroad and just get everything done with, because I think it would be easier and less stressful that way, and affordable. So that's what I did. I decided from after applying for the university in Malaysia, I just decided I'm going to just start looking for scholarships now. So fine, I told them to hold on because I'll get back to them. After that, I applied to Japan through the Japanese embassy. I applied to Turkey as well through the Turkish embassy in Zambia. During that time, there was a terrorist attack in Turkey. So they were like, no, right now we have we didn't even get like, I applied with my best friend for this one, and I didn't even get like an official response from them. I just received an email saying there was a terrorist attack in Turkey and they'll not be accepting applications for this year. They're sorry for the inconvenience and all that stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? Like, what's going on? Everything is not working out. I was beginning to panic and all that stuff, but I was still very prayerful, and I have this little book that I write my stuff in, right? Like my goals and all that stuff, my short-term goals, my long-term goals, and I pray over it, and it really helps. So I looked at Turkey, ticked it off the list. I said, what am I going to do now? Fine, I'm going to apply for China. So I found this university online that was offering my course because I wanted to study civil engineering. So I sent in my application and they accepted me actually really fast. I don't know if the China one was really fast, and they accepted, and they told me and I stated like in my application that I needed a scholarship, 100% scholarship, and they told me they will give me a scholarship, but their scholarships are only effective the second year of studying there. So I was like, oh my god, they want me to pay for the first year, and then in the second year they give me a scholarship. And if anything, they were saying depending on how you perform, and I just didn't trust that, because what if they were just saying stuff for real? And that time it was out in the news that there were so many students in China who had been left on the roads because of getting into universities in China through so many agencies and all that stuff. I was skeptical. I was like, oh, there's no way this is gonna work, and even my dad won't believe me. It just didn't sound right. I didn't believe it, so how was I gonna take that news to my dad? Sorry. So I just decided to leave it out. Oh, look what I've done. I need to fix that. I just decided that's not gonna work. Decided to move for my next thing, the next option, and the next option was the bursaries committee in Zambia. Those of you who don't know the bursaries committee, I think that's just like committee that's in charge of like higher education in Zambia. It could be for bursaries for local universities and also scholarships, like opportunities to study abroad. So I decided, let me go check there, let me see what they have. And so they had recently advertised for another scholarship in China, but I was like, this one will definitely be better because it's from like people who we can trust. They have been supplying or giving opportunities to people for so many years, so at least I could count on them. So I said, okay, I'm gonna apply through them. And I applied, and I was called. And I know I was called because I had their number, I saved it. But that day, I missed the call. I missed the call. And I was really sad. I tried to call the number back, but it didn't go through. So I was really sad about that. Like, I was depressed. Like, I was like, I've ruined my life. What's wrong with me? Blah, blah, blah. I worked so hard, and now like everything's just not working out. Like I said, okay, am I even going to school? Was I even meant to go to school? Like, maybe this is where I'm supposed to end and all that stuff. Like, I was hysterical. But like, and people went for interviews, and they went and they started doing their medicals, I think, and all that stuff. And right after that, the Russian government scholarship came out. And I was like, okay, like that was literally my last option. People were now, you know, being accepted to their universities. Those people who were doing A levels decided to start their A levels and all that stuff. So that was my last option. And because I really wanted to go abroad, that's why I'm saying that was my last option. And so I decided to give it a try. I applied for a Russian government scholarship, and it didn't even take so much time. I was accepted. I was called for interviews. I went for my interviews. I prepared. Like, I was just thinking, I can't mess this up. I've already like lost so many opportunities. I can't mess this one up. So I prepared adequately, and I went for the interviews. The next day, I got a call back from the Bursaries committee saying you made it through to the next level, I think, at the next step of stage, and you should come and get your forms for the medicals, blah blah blah. So I did the medicals, and I took the results, and then I started waiting, because you know, usually you're just never sure until you see like your name is on the list, like in November or October on the final list, and you have a ticket, because I don't know, sometimes you're just never sure. So I waited for like the longest time, but I started even taking Russian language classes and all that. And the thing with studying here in Russia is we had to come first, just like China, I think, in the first year, or Algeria. In the first year you have to study Russian language, or the language of the country you're studying in, and then after that you start the course. So I was accepted, I got the scholarship, I was so happy, I couldn't believe it. And now I had to come to Russia. I came to Russia. I had a hard time settling down, but I was happy. You know what? Because I think at that point I appreciated it so much, because before that it was never part of my options. I had never imagined I would come and study in Russia. But by the time I was getting here, I saw like how hard it was for me to actually find a scholarship. And so when I found it and when I got here, I appreciated it so much. Wait, I need to put on my wig before I finish this. Hold on. Okay, so I have my wig on. So fast forward, I'm in Russia, right? Which part of the story did I reach? Okay, so yeah, I already appreciated being here at that time, despite the fact that there were so many difficulties in terms of like the language barrier, learning the language for like a whole academic year. But the language was mixed with like subjects as well, like maybe something I would have done in my A levels, for example, like physics, chemistry, mathematics, Russian history, and all that stuff. And settling down was hard because I came when it was already cold out here. It was so cold, we couldn't communicate with the people around us when we needed something. We were literally starting from one. Like, for those of you who have done this, like settled down in a new place, maybe you know how difficult it is, like having to buy a fridge again, I mean a new fridge, and I don't know, like stuff just to make you feel comfortable, you know, like groceries, like maybe if you don't like the beddings that you're given, because here we're given beddings, but if you had a problem with it, like beddings, curtains, and all that stuff. So settling down was another struggle, and we got through it, to be honest. I got through it. So that's why, or that's how I ended up studying in Russia. For those of you who had asked, I hope that I've answered your question. If you have any more questions, for those of you who are or who will be looking for schools this year, those of you who just wrote your exams, or anybody who would want to do their masters here, or anyway second degree and all that stuff, you could inbox me and on questions and like maybe the stereotypes here in Russia, if you want me to do a video on that, if you want me to do a video on I did a video on trying Russian snacks, but if you want me to do a video on trying Russian food, please tell me. And if you want me to do a video, oops, sorry, if you want me to do a video on trying, oh wait, on listening to Russian music, let me know as well, and I will do a video on that. I hope that I've addressed everything, because I got a bit mixed up when I turned off the camera, but I hope I've addressed everything. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please like, subscribe and share. Don't forget to give your girl some love. I really appreciate it when you do, and it really helps me a lot. So until my next video, I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye.